Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Drams, where some of your favorite whiskey tubers get together to play Dungeons and Drams. Dungeons and Dragons, that's what it's called. Not Dungeons. I mean, it could be, but we'll see. Anyway, hi, everybody.
When you combine risky whiskeys,
yes,
it becomes Dungeons and Drams.
I certainly, I plan to. So I've actually started abbreviating it D and Drams, which I like a lot. So it's like D and, yeah, it looks good. So, what are you guys drinking tonight? Let's start at the top of the order here. Agnomeio.
Hello, I am Ed. I play Agnomeio Banderas, aka Noro, and I am drinking Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor, the preferred beverage of the O'Mara Coleman household. I was told I need to show everybody the little pictogram. Let's see if we can get it on camera.
Let's see if
I don't know how well it's going to focus.
All right, so I think we get it. It's got a little like knot symbol and then a screw.
Yeah, it's got a knot symbol and then a screw and then an arrow pointing heavenward.
All right.
Is the arrow in a circle? I'm really confused about the arrow.
The arrow is in a circle.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was pointing at the globe. That's how blurry it is.
Oh, I figured it out.
Yeah.
That's fine. I wasn't paying attention when you guys were talking about it earlier, so it's fresh to me. But yeah, I think I got it.
It's funny because my brain gets stuck on Ghostbusters because I've been watching the Ghostbusters movies, and the little no sign. I'm like, busted.
The older
screw.
ones or that new one
Stripped
that was like,
screw.
Like all the.
We watched.
Yeah.
Every year we watch the first, the original two, and then we also just watch the women one, and we're gonna watch that Afterlife one. I don't know what the deal is on that one.
I want to see the Afterlife one just because, like, I don't know, I like the vibes of like making it like younger focused, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm not a big kids person, so I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
Oh, trust me, I hate kids. I just think
I don't know if it'll be as funny as the big.
At least you're honest.
Nice. New intro.
Yummy drink.
All right, sorry. Alessio, what are you drinking?
Hello, I am Jason C. from the Master and Drum. I play Alessio Morte, the rogue arcane trickster, otherwise known as the Dark One, otherwise known as defies death every episode.
Despite my best attempts.
Despite
whatever a snakeophobe is. What's a snakeophobe?
Reincarnate old enemies from the past and keep reincarnating them more powerful than ever to kick our ass. I'm going a little old school tonight. I'm drinking an old favorite, WB Saffel, from the Whiskey Baron series. It's actually Wild Turkey. It's a blend, I think, of like 6, 8, 10, 12. Really good stuff. I love that bottle. So
it's a great one. It's actually my favorite from that entire series.
Oh yeah, it's easily. A lot of people deem that as their favorite. So
nice. Clifton, or Knobolas, I should say.
Call me whatever you like. I'm Clifton. My
hey, Jackass, tell us about your drink.
Okay.
No, you have to be more specific on this drink.
Very nice.
Listen, I go by many names. Knobolas is one of many. My name is Clifton. My channel is Bourbon Bites. I am playing Knobolas, the half-elf warlock, with some other abilities here and there. And tonight, you know what? I noticed a couple people were drinking some beers, some malt liquors, or whatever the heck that is that Ed's drinking. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go that route. I'm gonna start with a Stone IPA. And then I wanted something similar, like in the same realm. So I found this Copper and King Craftwork. It's a brandy that's finished in craft beer barrels. So almost killing it. So I feel like, you know what, that's a great one to follow this IPA, because I'm not the biggest IPA person, but when you're in the mood, you're in the mood. So that's what Knobolas is drinking tonight.
Neat.
Awesome. And last but not least, by the way, I brought Booker for tonight's episode, so I've got.
That is not Booker.
It's gonna be.
It is not Booker.
My God.
No spoilers, Bill. No spoilers.
It's a foreshadowing.
I'll quit.
TaLin, what are you? By the way, don't forget. Although you couldn't have done it with the intellect thing, if Booker dies or goes unconscious, more so, you do have that amulet that can.
That amulet, yeah.
But if you don't remember to use it, that's not on me. So just putting that out there.
No, I keep an eye. It is like always at the top of my brain. I don't want to use it too soon and then like screw myself out of like Booker's helpfulness. But like, it's always there.
Mm-hmm.
But then can I use it if my person has become a zombie?
No. In that case, you didn't have the
Yeah.
intelligence to even comprehend what to do.
I think so.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
had Booker gone unconscious, I'll have to reread the text, but I think if he goes unconscious, it might happen automatically, but we'll have to double check that. But that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Either way, what are you drinking tonight?
Anyways, I am not drinking IPA. It would take one hell of a mood to get me to drink an IPA. Well, I am, in shocking news, drinking a Knob Creek pick. I know. I really wanted to like shock and awe you. I actually racked my brain trying to think of like, okay, we're in a ship. We're in the clouds. We're flying. Nothing. I have nothing that might be themed along it. I grabbed some Elijah Craig because there are Elijah Craig pirate bottles. It's not a pirate bottle, but as a stretch, a very long stretch. So I'll probably switch to that afterwards.
Elijah Craig pirate bottles. I don't know it. No, I'll have to
You know the pirate bottles?
Like, does Elijah Craig make...
The
the
old ones.
Okay, I'll have to look those up.
It's a thing. Jason knows.
I believe you.
I'm not making it up.
At first, I thought you were talking about pirate rum, like Pyrat, and I'm like, is that?
Here, he's got it.
Oh,
it's from
those,
like
okay.
before 20. It's like
I didn't realize
before
those were called
2016
pirate
or
bottles.
something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that you're muted, Clifton. You're muted.
That was an angry look.
You got me really excited with the Elijah Craig. I was gonna say I've never owned one. I've only tried it once, but
Yeah. That's why I'm like clarifying. I'm like I don't own it. That was my stretch of the only thing that popped in my
I
head.
was on mute. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's like, why am I all alone on this?
guys, right?
Yeah. Oh, and I'm Adriana from Whiskey Mountains, and I play TaLin, a halfling druid ranger. The end. Okay.
Nice.
And I have Booker.
Yes.
He's the best feature.
Ranger and druid. So you're multi-classing. You're our only person multi-classing tonight, which is pretty nice.
So I
cool.
have multi-class.
All right, so I know it's been a couple of weeks. If you're joining us live, then you unfortunately have to do without us for a couple of weeks. But if you're listening in the future, then you won't care. So let's get into the game.
Future people are spoiled.
I know, right? It's the best to binge things. Like I love binging things. I'm like a year and a half behind on a thing I'm listening to on a podcast right now, and it's just like it's gonna take forever to catch up, and I love that. But anyway, by the way, you can catch our podcast. You can go download that on any podcatcher. So check that out. Okay.
What a good segue.
Thank you. Let's go into the recap. When last we saw Snortimer's soldiers, they had boarded the tram up to the Jewel in the Mountain's Crown, a skyship captained by Magnus Stormrider, a blue-bearded, light-hearted dwarf that the group only met briefly before they piled onto the tram, being sure to grab whatever supplies they could carry. They were able to get navigation equipment filled with maps, navigation tools, and other things needed to travel at night. Aerial flares, which are used for signaling, communication, or emergency illumination of the sky. Cannonballs, which were used for the ship's artillery. A spare parts bin. I'm assuming you guys didn't remember at all what you got, so this is hopefully useful. A spare parts bin, which could be useful if the ship takes any damage while underway. A celestial observation box, which contains a telescope and star charts. Perhaps not the most useful of items. And lastly, a crate labeled Skyship Library, which contains a number of books that were ordered from the Platinum Weave Library before they left. On your way up to the skyship, the group was attacked by Vutha, an undead creature hell-bent on seeking revenge on Alessio. The group was able to kill Vutha and his undead skeletal warriors before arriving at the skyship. And we ended last session as the skyship soared off to the north, and our group took a much-needed long rest. Now, I do want to kind of back up a little bit to the very end of the last episode, because we were hurrying through it a little bit. We went late, and I just kind of want to go back. So, as you guys arrived at the top of the tram, you were greeted by this large, it's a skyship, but the thing is huge. It's massive. It's actually like 6 floors inside of the skyship. And on the outside of this, you'll actually recognize most of you, not TaLin, a long time ago when you were in the floating island that had broken off of Volantis, there were these plants inside that were orange and blue. And as you fiddled with them, they raised and lowered the island. These are completely surrounding and just ingrown into the outside of the skyship, obviously creating some sort of lift. So, as you came into the skyship, you guys were exhausted. TaLin was completely stupefied as well as Booker, and the group managed to carry all of you on board. The captain basically put you all into your own rooms, and then you all took your long rests. So we're rejoining you the next morning, and let me go ahead and bring you over here. Sec.
It's so tiny.
Sorry, give me just a sec. I have to bring this up. Refresh page.
I'm excited about this library.
I talked entirely
like
too long. So
a box of books.
Yes.
That's just gonna occupy your time the entire time.
I know, right?
Like all I care about.
So there might be some interesting things in there. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So let me zoom in. Sorry for all of you watching at home. I talked too long and the thing kind of timed out, so I had to log back into Foundry with the stream music. But I can cut all this later. Oh, no.
Hey, Catman.
There we go.
The future.
This chick kind of looks like Belle from Beauty and the Beast.
Well, you're unconscious at the moment. But, all right.
Oh.
Here we go.
So someone unconscious.
TaLin, you begin to recover, but your dreams are haunted by the image of a large brain licking at your face and trying desperately to crawl its way through your nose, your ears, your mouth. And you startle awake to find Booker licking your face worriedly. In the corner of your room sits a woman. She's average height for a human, with chestnut hair and warm hazel eyes. She wears a white medical coat, and a leather satchel lays at her feet filled with various medical instruments and supplies. She's sleeping in the chair, and she doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
Okay. I'm not sure, so Booker is looking at me. I'm probably just smushing him back and making sure he's okay. So I'm definitely making noises that would alert her to me being awake.
Cool. So she rouses from her sleep, and she comes over and checks on you. She's just very, what would you call it? Like, there's no warmth. Like, she just kind of walks over, she puts her hand on your head, she kind of puts a stethoscope up to your chest, and she's grabbing you by the face, and she's kind of looking at you. And she goes, "I'm Dr. Talia Everhart. Can you tell me your name?"
I'm TaLin Creek. Where am I?
You are aboard the skyship, the Jewel in the Mountain Crown, and I am your doctor. You've had quite a night. Seems that your pet dog here has recovered quite a bit better than you, or at least more vigorously. Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling a bit groggy and thirsty.
Thirsty. I can do thirsty. And she turns around and she grabs a pitcher of water, pours you a cup of water.
Do I trust her?
I don't know. Do you trust her?
I just woke up. Can I roll to see if I trust her?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll insight.
Boom. I feel like it's more fun when there's something. Okay, 19.
Totally. All right, with a 19. So you kind of take a second while you're looking at the water, and you observe your surroundings, and you hear kind of on the outside of the wall, it sounds like wind rushing by. You do feel a slight sway to the place. You, knowing what you knew of the area, now you've been stupefied since down before you got on the tram, but last you knew that was your intent. So it's reasonable to think that you are at least on the skyship. Whether you trust this person or not, they seem all business. You have you don't get a sense that anything strange is up. If anything, she's just a little rough.
Okay. Fair. She's a chick in a man-dominated field. I get it. It's legit. Like, she's got to be tough. So, seems totally legit. I'm going to drink some water. I say thank you so much. I was very thirsty.
Excellent.
where are we heading? Where's the ship going?
We are heading to Ungor Kuzek. We're making our usual trek up there. Your friends are in the rooms next to us, and I believe.
Are they okay?
I believe so. Everything was okay last I checked. Little banged up. Your friend Alessio, he didn't seem very well off, but I think a good night's sleep will do him well.
Were there snakes again?
He was very wet.
Are there snakes on this ship?
No snakes that I know of. No snakes that I know of.
Naturally occurring ship snakes.
Fucking ship snakes, man.
Sky serpents, perhaps, but those would be outside of the ship.
Okay. Well, am I good to get up and walk around? Like,
Yep,
am I concussed or anything?
She
I'm asking her that.
Yeah, she helps you up to your feet, and she kind of has you stand there for a minute and observes you. She says, "You seem to be okay. If you have any problems, I'll be around. Just come find me, and we'll take care of it." And
Thank you very much, Dr. Everhart.
she places her hand on your shoulder, and she says, This should help you feel a little bit better. And she's going to cast guidance on you, which basically just gives you +4 to any sort of rolls that you need, but like you just generally feel better. Plus a d4, sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
Not +4. And it's just to the first roll. She's just kind of doing a thing for you. All right, so
Cool.
Alessio.
I'm going to go look for my buddies.
Sure. So we're going to fade away from you for a moment. So Alessio and Agnomeio. You both awake in 2 swaying hammocks. The ship is... You guys remember getting on the ship, and you found a room together, and the ship is clearly underway. You can hear the rushing of wind on the outside of the walls behind you, and yeah, you guys both wake up about the same time.
Where's TaLin? Where is she? Is she okay?
So you would have remembered helping her aboard the ship. Actually, I believe that you carried TaLin, and then I think Knobolas might have carried Booker or something to that effect. Either way, you guys know that TaLin is at least recuperating in a bed very close to you.
I want to go check on her. Where is she?
Oh, hold on. Get back in there. But no, that's totally that's okay. You could rush out of the room. We'll get back to that in just a moment. But is there anything that you and Alessio want to talk about before you go barging out of the room?
No time.
Fair enough. All right. So let's actually, Alessio, is there anything you want to do?
No, I just wake up and be like, "Oh, I feel better." There goes Agnomeio running in.
Charging out of the room.
I see him running out of the room, and I'm like, hopefully he's not running into another friggin' battle right now.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
You are feeling much better at this point, Alessio. A good night's sleep has done you well. All right, so as you rush out of the room, Agnomeio, you actually come face to face with another gnome. This is a gnome that was on the tram with you. His name's Milo Underfoot, and he's kind of startled to see you, and he says, "Oh, I was just coming to get you. Actually, the captain needs to see you all for breakfast. He's got a lot of questions for you." So we'll oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I do love breakfast. Is it bacon?
I don't know. And he
I brought my own. It's okay.
He sniffs. He's like, I don't smell any bacon, but yeah, maybe they're cooking up some sky serpents. We'll see. All right, so
Alessio's favorite.
You see Milo. He kind of heads up to the just a little bit to the other room, and he knocks on where TaLin's staying, and he kind of calls the same thing. He says, "If you guys are okay in there, the captain would like to see you in the mess hall as soon as you get up. No huge hurry, but breakfast is going to be out in about 5 minutes." And then he heads over to Knobolas. So Knobolas, you wake up in a room alone. You did not have any dreams last night, but you're left with a very unsettling feeling. And waking up without your friends near you only exacerbates that. The last time that you woke up on a ship, it was to a trident being thrust down at your chest. So being in a swaying boat, kind of bringing back some pretty rough memories for you. Next thing you know, you hear a knocking at the door, and you hear the same thing, Milo saying, like, "Hey, Knobolas, time to get up. We need you in the mess hall."
Yeah, I'm sleeping in the lifeboat or whatever this little canoe thing is. So I'm like,
That's a hammock.
Like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was a lifeboat. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah.
A hammock. Okay. That makes
Yeah,
more
you know, just a
sense.
lifeboat in the middle of the boat. It's a lifeboat.
You never
I
be
heard you
too
like lifeboats,
careful.
so we put lifeboats in your lifeboat so you can boat while boat while you boat.
I just see a little sliver, so I don't know what I'm looking at.
No,
but
it's
okay,
totally
okay.
fine. Yeah. It's all right.
Okay, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna look around. I do see a couple chests in this room. Can I like see if they're empty or have anything in them?
Sure. Yeah. So one of them is locked. The other one is empty. But at the moment, your door is still closed. Yeah.
Is it like, what does the lock look like? Is it like something I could pick easily? Or...
It looks like a kind of like a fairly easy padlock to open. Yep. I mean, like if you had a key, it would be the equivalent of like a master lock. So.
Okay, I have thieves' tools. Would that let me unlock it? I forget how. I haven't. Normally, that's not my job.
Yeah. So you do have. So if you go to your inventory and you were to, if you want to pick the lock, you can click on the little. What do you call it? The dice that shows up next to thieves' tools.
Does it use it up though?
Nope. You keep them unless you roll a 1, in which case you'll probably break a piece. But that's always. You do not. You do have proficiency with your thieves' tools, so it'll add your proficiency.
Oh, I'm so
bonus,
sorry.
which
I
is
didn't know it
currently
was clicking multiple times. It wasn't. It was okay.
Oh, did
Sorry.
you? Yeah, I didn't even notice you rolled.
I
So
clicked it multiple times.
that's okay. So click on use thieves' tools.
Yes. Now proficiency. That's not advantage, right?
Correct. It'll add a +4 to whatever you roll.
14.
Okay. So you manage to pop this lock open, and you look inside, and you see that there are a couple of things. There's some papers. There's a journal, and there is a little bag of what looks like gold.
I will take it all.
You're just gonna take it. Okay. I shouldn't judge. I just am laughing at. I love when you go crazy. All right, so you look at the pouch.
I was taking...
You just wake up and start stealing. You're playing Skyrim. I love it. Okay. I shouldn't. I'm not judging. I'm totally just laughing because it's fun to observe too. Okay, so the little pouch of gold has about 100 gold pieces in it. So you can go ahead and add that to your inventory if you'd like, or if you want to keep it somewhat set, like do whatever you'd like. The papers, there's actually what looks like a child's drawing of a man standing on top of a boat, like a human man standing on top of a boat and flying through the sky. And there's like these little majesty lines coming off of him as a like a hero kind of thing. And in the journal, you see that this is written by. Sorry, let me grab his name real quick. Oh, where did he go? Roland. It's written by a human named Roland Stormwind, who appears to be a soldier on this boat. He's basically just there for security / as a fighter if something happens on this boat. And he's writing about, it's kind of like a day-to-day journal. Most of it's boring. It's the back and forth between Erngor Zuik and Erngor Kazork. Occasionally there's a talk of pirates. There's talk of what's it called? I have it written down. There's a lot of stuff here. Sky whales. I should have been able to remember that. There's occasionally they will see sky whales. They're not dangerous. They're just really cool to see. And as you're looking through this journal, you actually notice that there's some drawings, except they look very similar to the pieces of paper that you saw, as if maybe this man just kind of draws like a child, and maybe thinks a lot of himself as a hero sitting on top of the ship. But that's what you're able to get. So this appears to belong to Roland Stormwind.
Okay, I'll put the journal back into the chest, but I'll keep that drawing and the gold, of course.
Okay, cool.
You're gonna keep his drawing of himself.
You never know. We need to embarrass the mother.
No, I love it. Go ahead and add that to your inventory, just so I don't have to remember to do that. Cool. Okay. So, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and go out. They called me for breakfast.
Excellent. All right. So you, TaLin, you've been kind of given leave to leave the room if you'd like to.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
Oh. I'm with you now.
Okay. So, you all leave the room, and you follow Milo, and he heads you over to the mess hall. So I'll just kind of drag you guys over there. So it's this way.
TaLin, how is your brain? Is it all in
It's
there?
back. It's back. And I'm hungry as hell. Did you bring bacon?
Always.
Always.
Bacon.
I say to TaLin,
Booker's just like picking up all the bacon and wagging his tail.
We're just
like
tossing
TaLin,
bacon around there.
TaLin, I don't know if you remember this, but you are quite the fierce warrior when you're passed out. Nobody can hit you.
Fiery warrior. Yes.
Nobody can hit TaLin even when she's passed out.
Oh, that's true. Yes, I forgot about that.
That's right.
The skeleton just failing to hit you.
The skeleton literally on top of us who's passed out, just can't hit her.
I just like, luckily, you know, like keep rolling out of the way kind of thing. Like a Three Stooges sort of deal.
Oh my god.
That's perfect.
Awesome. So, cool. All right, so you guys, you can all head into that door that I opened just to save me the trouble of moving y'all. So as you walk into the mess hall, you're greeted with the smell of meat and eggs and no bacon though. But there's definitely some food, and it doesn't seem like what you would have eaten, you know, with salt on the other ship. This seems like high quality stuff. You're starting to get the impression, given the size of this boat and you know, some of the stuff that you saw from outside, that this is not just like a merchant ship that's kind of like just barely hanging on together like the Mighty Maiden was. This seems to be like a luxury sky ship. So you're smelling all of this smells, but you don't see any food on the tables yet. And you see Magnus Stormrider sitting at the table, along with Seraphina Shadowdusk, who is the tiefling, the one that you played as. And you see her, she's actually, as you walk in, she's reaching over and she's kind of touching the little silver bells and ornaments that are in Magnus's beard. And she says, I'm trying to remember how you did her voice. Can you do her voice for me for just a sec? Do you remember? You were like Capitan.
It was Hispanic.
Yeah. All right. So forgive me.
Yes, Capitan.
Yes. Okay. I'm not going to do it well, but I don't recognize. No, that's the wrong voice. She says that she doesn't recognize. I'll have to practice later. She doesn't recognize the bell that she's playing with, and she asks him where he got it, and he says, I just picked this up in Ungor right before the attack. The merchant there, he was holding one. Somebody bought it for me, and apparently I have a secret admirer. And you see Seraphina, her eyes kind of like flash for a second, not happy about that comment at all.
Poor Seraphina.
He turns his head as you guys all walk in and kind of straightens up a little bit, and Seraphina very, very slowly lets go of his beard, but he's trying to maintain appearances. And he stands up and he says, hey everybody, welcome. Take a seat, please. We've got much to discuss. And he kind of
this one's
Who upset over here? Oops.
and he yells over
We all
his
sit
shoulder.
down.
He yells over his shoulder. He goes, Talia, come, bring us out some food. And from the back here, there in the galley, you see a half-elven woman with red hair, wearing a green dress. She's carrying multiple plates of food, and she sets them all on the table in front of you guys. Pretty much anything that you guys would like to eat is going to be there. Anything that you could imagine for breakfast.
Oh yeah.
And
Caviar and eggs.
perfect. Yes, absolutely. Sky serpent caviar. Because that's the thing.
Pancakes.
Yes, they lay eggs like a fish. And she looks over and she says, "Is there anything that you would like that I didn't bring out?"
Hot coffee.
Yes, right away. And she kind
And
of.
I would like to give her like a look, like I don't know, like a little
Come
shimmer in
hither?
my eye.
Sure.
Oh god.
Yeah, no problem. I'll keep that in mind. Okay. So she races back and she goes and gets her coffee, and almost immediately she brings it back to you. So now you have a nice cup of coffee. So, Alessio, are you going to sit down at the
He's
table, or are
fast.
you back there on purpose?
No, I'll go to the table here.
Okay.
There we go. Let me find that seat. There we go.
Cool. All right, so you guys are all sitting down at the table, and Magnus, he gets up and he kind of stands at the head of the table. One more thing that you guys have noticed, but anybody listening wouldn't have. Lil Grizz appears to be sleeping on the secondary table here in the mess hall. He is looking much better. He's got a couple of bandages wrapped around his legs and his chest, but he's sleeping very soundly. And Booker kind of goes over and sniffs at him a little bit, but he doesn't wake him up. Lil Grizz looks exhausted. So, but Lil Grizz made it.
Little Grizz is with us.
Why are we not eating?
So excited. No, he's with us.
Some bear steak, yes. So Magnus looks at all of you and he says, "All right, so it seems we need to have a conversation." Is that the Halloween theme?
Like, wait a second. That's a little G?
Serious. Oh God.
So he says, all right. So obviously fleeing from the scene I wasn't gonna, start asking too many questions. But now that you're on my skyship, we're relatively safe. We're flying, our usual route. This is kept pretty safe by the Griffin riders from Glen Draconic. So we should be good. So let's all have a breath. Tell me, what are you doing? Where are you going? Where did you come from? Why are you on my ship?
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Ed, more importantly, Ed, what is the new puzzle?
Ooh, yeah, new puzzle.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Hold on.
It is.
Play ball.
Yes.
Sorry, I kind of did that too fast.
How did you do that? I was still trying to figure out if that was I thought it was a sand timer thing.
That kind of looks like it.
I'm sorry, Bill. I just was
see it, the ball?
No, that's totally fine. That's okay. This is a.
We're also buying ourselves time.
Yes, this is a relaxing night. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are munching down on your food, and like I said, he's asking you. He's basically trying to find out who you are, what you're doing. He wants to know your story. And what I'm interested in is what you're telling him.
That's a good question.
We're Snortimer soldiers. Yeah, he should know better than to ask people questions like before they've had their coffee. It's kind of rude.
I take out a piece of bacon. I'm stirring my coffee with it.
Nice. Now the bacon.
Why do I love that idea?
The bacon that you take out of Salt's bag of Yum Yums is not going to be cooked. I'm sure that you've thought of this, but
it's salted.
Just in your coffee.
Yeah. Wait, I thought I could pull out food in any state, or is that not the case?
That's a good question. I don't think we ever really figured it out. I always pictured it as being raw, because I think that you always were like, I'm pulling
piece of bacon.
Yeah. I think the first time you used it, you were like, I take out some raw pieces of pork because I think you fed some lizard men, and so just in my head, I've always had it as being raw. So you know what? Let's make it canon. Any food that comes out of there is going to be raw.
Fair enough. Okay, well, yes, I just got a raw piece of bacon.
Sarah,
I called Talia back over and asked if we could maybe cook some of this bacon. Cool.
She
I roll my bacon into a little straw and I'm just sucking coffee through it.
Disgusting.
And I'm just like, no.
She comes over and she takes the bacon out of your hand and she says, "It's no problem. I'll throw this right on the frying pan for you. Do you have anything else that you'd like to cook?" And she's letting the coffee drip from the bacon.
And I'm like elbowing Agnomeio. I'm like, give her more bacon. I want some. More
bacon, sausages, pork loin.
Yes. All the pork.
And
I love a woman who knows how to prepare meat.
We're hungry.
That sounds like the kind of thing I would say to my wife, and she would just like not have any of it.
That's what I've never said anything like that in my life. You know what?
Terrible
I'm a different kind of guy.
So okay, so you're saying something. So that's fine. She definitely caught it. And why don't you? Let's see. What would you roll?
Charisma, obviously.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of. Yeah, why don't you just roll a straight charisma roll for me? With your +5. Oh,
24.
A 24.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ridiculously charismatic.
You charismatic sumbitch.
She This is gross, but she takes the raw piece of bacon and then she like sucks the coffee off of it while looking at you in the eye, and then she walks away. You know, seductive. Raw bacon.
Oh god.
So.
Even Booker hides under the table after that.
If Booker's disgusted, then like
Even Booker threw up in his mouth a little bit.
Booker
He makes
is
a little whining noise, like.
all right. She so you see Talia. She retreats back into the kitchen, and you hear her start kind of like gagging. She's just and she's like, why would I do this? Anyway, so she starts cooking all of the various meats that you guys gave her. Okay, back to Magnus. And he's looking at you all a little impatiently. He says, "All right, so you're Snortimer soldiers. What else?"
Well, I just kind of look at him and I just say to him, we're just a collective group of folks who are have some different missions, and obviously, as we've gone on in these last weeks, we've come across a lot of different circumstances that has just kind of led us here. But ultimately, we needed to be on this airship and headed to Ungor-Zuak.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Ungor-Zuak was where you just came from. So you tell me what
Turn
you're.
it around. Come on. We gotta go back.
You can totally like if
Turn
that
around.
if that's what you intended on saying, then I'm totally cool with that. That's
No, going to where are we flying to?
So technically you guys need to go to Volantis, but this skyship is going to Ungor-Kazork, which let me pull up the map of Dimidium because it's been a long time since we really looked at it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in here for the audience. All right, so you guys are at Ungor-Zuak, and you just took off from the Ungor skyport. You are heading to the north, and overnight, I'd say that you basically made it to that small little settlement right to the south of the disintegrated peaks. You're kind of following this dotted line to the left. Magnus had mentioned that you guys were going to end up flying over the dark timberlands because you needed to avoid the disintegrated peaks. Otherwise, you might have to deal with some fire drakes or potentially Fireclaw, the ancient red dragon that lives in the disintegrated peaks, which he definitely does not want to deal with. So you guys are going to be taking the long way. It's going to take about 3 to 3.5, 4 days, something like that, to get to Ungor-Kazork. Kazord, sorry. So
that's what I actually said. On our way to Ungor-Kazord.
Cool. Now, just because it's been almost 2 years that we've been playing this game, to kind of give you guys some more information about things that have happened and remind you. So, Knobolas keeps getting this voice in his head, which he did share with you, about needing to go to Volantis in order to fix the problem that was Helix that was summoned. That is your current goal, is to get to Volantis to figure out how you guys can help to fix this problem. So actually, that's really all that you need to know contextually for the moment.
So do we want to tell him that our final destination, like maybe ping his brain for,
I would say I don't.
I'm giving Knobolas like a look of like, do you want to tell him like that that's our goal?
We hint towards him that like what we're trying to like to solve the Helix issue. Like I don't know if like he's on his side or like our side. Like I'd like to kind of gauge that. Like, are we with the good guys here or like are we the bad?
Oh, the Helix issue.
Yeah.
Is that why we're going to Volantis? I thought it was just because Knobolas needed to get there.
Well,
will that help the Helix thing?
We were trying to solve the issue, and I heard a voice in my head that said you need to get to Volantis to find your answer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool.
So after Helix was summoned and you guys all escaped into the jungle, that was when Knobolas had heard from presumably his mother. Like that's what she has introduced, or that's the feeling that you've been getting, which is weird.
Jason, what did she say? Can we get the Knobolas' mom voice? Sorry, I just really needed that.
Exactly.
I'll teach you how to grow a third one so you can shoot some more lasers.
Just what I want from my mother.
Yeah.
Just shoot up bacon with your nipples and you cook it.
Perfect.
That's actually a great system. I like that.
It's so good.
So, all right. Well, so what are you guys talking about? So at the moment, you guys have told him that you are Snortibur's soldiers and that you need to go up to Erngor Kazord. Kazord.
So I ask him, I'm like, have you seen this crazy, like, huge new river that's in the land now? And like, I heard stories that it was this huge snake. Have you seen anything or heard anything about that? Especially being up in this sky ship with the view.
Absolutely. You can see it as you're getting near Urngarzuk. There's a giant river through the Whispering Expanse. Definitely wasn't there a few days ago. I hear or tell that there is a gigantic snake making its way across Dimidium. Would you know anything about this? Because all I know is it's large and I'm happy to be in the sky.
All we know is we're trying to stop it, and we think we have a lead. So that's why we're on our way to Erngor something or another.
Kazord.
Kazord. Yeah. Kzord. Kazord.
Yeah.
Which is actually Dwarven. Like I'm not just making it like I translated stuff from Dwarven. So that's why it sounds stupid.
What's it Dwarven for?
So it's the,
I speak Dwarvish.
It's the Mountain Shield, I think is what it's called.
Ooh, I like
which
that.
In that case because it's surrounded on all four sides by mountains. So it's like the Mountain Shield.
It's like Salt Lake City.
Like Salt Lake City?
Yeah, we're in a circle of mountains.
Okay.
It's cool.
So at this point, Talia comes back out, and she's kind of going around the table, just seeing what people need. And she walks behind you, Knobolas, and you feel her hand kind of brush over your shoulders as she pours you some more coffee. And then she walks back over to the galley. So Magnus asks you guys. He says, "All right. So I guess the most important thing that we need to know is." Are we in any danger having you aboard? Is there anybody after you? Is there anything? I mean, that Alessio, you seem to know that creature that just attacked you. Is that gonna?
I was about to say, aside from.
Am I gonna wake up and be suffocating and underwater? What's going on?
Well, to be honest, we had to make a tough decision during one of our journeys. And we left him to die, but somehow he keeps coming back. So I can't tell you what the future is with him. Just he seems to come back more powerful each time, but I'm hoping that was the last we will see of him. But now that we are in the sky, barring any dragons that are coming our way, hopefully we'll be okay.
Dragons?
We don't know. He might grow wings.
Yeah,
he is Dragonborn. Could happen.
Vutha might end up being the damn snake at the end. Jesus.
all he's gonna do is incapacitate you too. Like you could crush the world, but he's just gonna make it so you can't take turns. So
at some point, Bill's gonna take his mask off and be like, "I am Vutha.
I am Vutha.
Time to die.
Time to die, everyone."
So Magnus kind of looks at you. He says, "Sounds like you're dealing with a revenant. We have something about that down in the library on the atrium. That's in the mid deck. It's one floor below us. If you have some time, it might be worth reading about it and maybe get some help."
I look at Talia and I'm like, I just kind of give her a nod. Like, read.
I'm like, I'm all over it. I'm like, you said live. I'm like already packing up my food.
Alessio was like, read that shit now.
Revenant.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. All right, so we'll see if we get to that later. But so Magnus says, okay. So you got a undead dragonborn coming for you. Anything else that we need to know about? Any other enemies? Anything else?
You got any good spots to plant chestnuts?
Well, actually, down again in a floor below us, we have we call it the atrium, and it's filled with plants. We've got an alchemist down there. He needs the plants for making all of his various potions and such. You should definitely talk to him. That his name is Alaric Fireforge. But Elowin is down there as well. She's the one that tends to the plants. She's an elvish lady, very tall, can't miss her. And she's actually, she might be able to help you out with the, anything you want to plant.
All right, cool.
Can I ask him what's, like, now that we know that's down there, like, what's on the other floor? Like, tell us about the ship, like,
Sure.
What is there to explore?
Well, you see, it's right here. No, I'm just.
He just pulls out a bunch of maps.
So there's actually
Full pamphlet.
There are 6 floors to the ship. So there's the top deck, which he says the top deck is actually where my room is. So I sleep up there, and that's also where the steering. What do you call it? Steering wheel, I guess, whatever, is as well. There's a navigation room up there, and with some of the materials that you guys picked up, we're able to actually restock and upgrade some of the equipment that we have in our navigation room. So that'll definitely help us if we run into any sort of problems while we're up here with storms or whatnot. We'll be able to get back on track a little faster. So mechanically, that means that you guys will have advantage if something happens. So that was good that you picked that up. Then he says the second floor is the living quarters. That's where we are right now. This is where the mess hall is, the galley, and all the rooms, as well as the armory. The armory is just on the other side of the room that Talia's in. And if you need any sort of weapons, or if anything happens, if we need some extra cannonballs, that's where you want to go. So you're gonna have to come down here and help out. But there's also a really large like a balcony off the back. We call it the Dragon's Breath balcony, mostly because at one point it was a little larger, and then Fireclaw actually came after us and kind of burnt quite a bit of it, singed it. The floor used to be a different color. You'll be able to tell, but it looks pretty good. I actually didn't bother cleaning it up.
It's a nice decor.
Yeah. So then the third floor is the mid deck. That's where the atrium is, as well as an observation deck. The library's there. The alchemical lab is there as well. On the 4th floor, you have the cargo hold. And that's where the cargo bay is. There's a vault down there. Don't let me catch you trying to get in there. Just worth saying.
Ha ha ha, of course.
And there's also a workshop. If there's any sort of tinkering that you want to do, we can accommodate anything there. Of course, you have to pay for your own materials, but we've got pretty much anything you need. Below that, we have the engine room, which we call it the engine room, but really it's more of another growing area. You've seen the orange and blue plants that are sprouting out of the side of the ship. This is where we harvest them and actually feed them and let them thrive, and that's what gives us our levitation ability. So if you go down there, there's definitely a lot to learn, but I wouldn't recommend you touch anything. And then
I'm just gonna go down there just with a rapier, just la da 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 da.
I have every expectation that you will. and then the lower deck is deck number 6. That's where the brig is. Hopefully you don't end up there. And it's pretty much just ballast, and there's some access to some ladders that come out of the bottom of the ship. But there's a few tunnels down there. That's where Felicity Gearspark spends a lot of time kind of tweaking our engines and fixing whatever might happen with the hull, and just generally maintenance. But you guys probably don't need to really go below the mid deck, maybe the cargo hold if I send you down there. Speaking of which, so if you're going to be on the ship, your guys are going to have to work. So do you have any experience on ships?
Oh, do we?
Well,
Oh yeah.
maybe not airships, but we've had certainly a good amount of experience on sea ships.
Sea
So
ships.
if it's somewhat similar, we can definitely contribute.
We are great.
I've been on a couple of ships in my time, airships
Yeah.
and sea ships.
We
Well,
are we are good seamen.
so much good semen.
And women.
Ah, yes, sea women. So he says the main difference that you're going to want to pay attention to, and he taps on his chest. He says, now that we have this whole balls system thing, you don't want to ever not have that on you. Because if you go tumbling off the side, which has happened, that'll save your life. So keep the balls strapped to your chest.
Do we all have our balls currently, or
You do
do
all-
we still
you
need to
do
be given
all.
balls?
Nope. So actually, you look around at every single person on the ship seems to be wearing them. All of the Milo had it when he first woke you up. Everybody's got balls on their chest.
What about Booker and Little G?
So Booker's
that's the biggest balls of them all. I'm sorry.
Probably. Let's be honest. He is not neutered.
No, not a chance. So those things are out. So good question. Booker and Lil G also will have balls attached to them, but they
have adapted balls.
The tough part is if they go off the side, they're not going to really it requires a strong hit to the chest. So although it's on them, they're not going to be able to do anything about it. So if one of them goes over, if
jump
you care,
out
you got to be
after
jumping.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha. Got it. Or jump after Booker and Chris.
So Magnus says, all right, so you said that you're going to Erngor Kazord with us. What business do you have there?
We plan to go on to Volantis. Is there any advice you can give us once we get there to get there?
Oh, Volantis.
Because we still have to cross water to get there. So yeah.
Yeah, well, Volantis is on the other side of the continent. At least last time I checked, the island itself moves around a bit. Erngor, from Erngor, I mean, this ship only ever goes between Erngor Kazurd and Erngor Zuak. However, unless they're going to send me back over there with some military, I'm not quite sure where I'm heading after I land at the Skyport. Not much sense in going back to a city overrun with denizens of the Underdark. So,
do you think the dwarves of Kazord, will the dwarves of Kazord help Zuak?
They definitely will, but they'll probably go there on land. This is going to sound a little immodest, but I'm a bit of an anomaly as far as dwarves go. Most of us like to stay on the ground. But my family, we've flown the skies for as long as we've been able to fly the skies.
Well, if we help you on this ship, and if we earn our trip, is there any way we can take the airship over to Volantis?
I'll have to talk to the king, but I would imagine if he doesn't have anything better for me to do, we could always use the money. So I would imagine you could probably hire us to take you, but as far as coin goes, that's up to you to find. A trip over there is going to cost quite a bit of money, though. Probably around, well, depending on how good you do over the next few days, but we're looking at about 8, maybe 9,000 gold.
Well, what if this resident celebrity Noro maybe signs some things for you?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Sorry,
we knocked a little off the top.
Big old quill.
I can't say
Where's Ragnar?
I can't say I've heard much of Noro. Where are you from?
You need to talk to your king.
And actually, as if fate has it, Ragnar actually busts through this door at the bottom here, and he walks in the room, and he's kind of standing up straight, and he's looking really pissed off, and he's looking around the room, and he looks right at you, Knobolas.
Oh no!
And he says, "Knobolas, can I have a word with you, please?" For those at home, Clifton just kicked back like a drink from the bottle.
Okay. Knobolas finishes his pint that came out of nowhere.
Let's do it. I'll go.
All right. So
I like that the king busted through the door, as you said. I'm imagining the Kool-Aid guy.
Yeah. he busts in. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So good. So Ragnar, Knobolas, you walk out the door. What are the rest of you guys doing? Are you staying, or are you? What's going on?
Can we listen at the door?
If you want, yeah. I mean, the door didn't shut behind them, so you'll definitely hear them if they start talking. I'm more asking if there was any other reaction other than Knobolas walking out the door.
No, I think we just all look and maybe just keep an ear, listening in.
Sure. All right, so Magnus actually looks at the rest of you guys like, what the hell? Like already your cousin problems. All right, so Ragnar looks at you, Knobolas, and he he's kind of looking like he's shorter than you by about half. He's about 4 feet tall. You're a little over 6, and he's kind of looking up at you. He's got his hammer strapped to his back still, but it's not in his hand. And he's looking at you. He says, "I've been talking to Alicia, and she said some things. I want you to explain yourself. Are you flirting with my wife?"
Oh no.
What with Talia?
Sir, Your Honor, I have such great respect for you and your family. Nothing of the sort would ever cross my mind.
Roll a deception.
Are you saying he doesn't have great respect?
I'm saying that he's lying. So,
I'm saying any short person would have been prepared for this conversation and he'd be standing.
It was a natty 20.
a natty 20. All right, so
29.
Yes.
29.
So Ragnar's taken back. Like, immediately you see his demeanor change a little bit, and he's starting to look confused. Now he's starting to worry that he was lied to and that he's looking like a fool. And he says, "There's still some things I need to figure out. I'm feeling a little bit confused here. Alicia and I were just talking." Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Alicia and I were just talking over on the balcony. We've got some things we need to discuss, but that's a private matter. But your name came up several times. And as far as I know, she's only seen you for about 5 minutes when you were helping her get the tea. Why is your name coming out of her mouth? Keep my wife's name out of your mouth.
He jumps up and slaps him.
I'm about to get slapped.
I'm very curious why you don't take your wife's word to be the truth. I mean, isn't everything in your culture, your relationship about trust, integrity?
Just tell her you had a nice conversation.
No, that's good.
No, integrity. I'm losing
turn
my
it
word.
into a threesome somehow.
No, the opposite of a threesome. Monogamy. Monogamy.
Okay.
Surely your wife. I mean, surely no one in this relationship would consider another person.
I love that Knobolas can't remember the word monogamy. What's that word? You know, when you actually stick to one person for some reason? What's that word?
Honestly, that wasn't the word I was thinking of, but as soon as I said threesome, I'm like, yeah, monogamy.
Yeah, monogamy. Yes. All right. So, remind me what you actually said back. Sorry, it was like a lot. So, what are you responding?
Monogamy, just like, why would you not trust that she would be monogamous? I mean, isn't that your people's, like, you're dedicated to one another and only one another? Why would you doubt that?
Let's just say that I have a lot of questions about Alicia and her actions lately. And seeing you come through the door, hearing your name a little bit more than I want to. Tell you what.
So the pot calls the kettle. Sorry, go ahead. What was that?
He actually looks over at you, TaLin, and sees you peeking around the corner of the door.
She's giggling. I heard her giggle. She's like, just like,
he says, why don't we go take this conversation somewhere a little bit more private? I don't want to make a spectacle of this whole thing.
TaLin's mad too. Also, she's not just giggling. She's like mad at the cojones on this guy because she knows this guy was fucking cheating, and now he's trying to be like pretend that he's mad at his wife for cheating. Like bullshit, jackass.
It's TaLin. Does anyone? Just remind me.
Yeah, you gossiped. Okay, we gossiped.
Did I? Probably.
You told me the cheese man. Yeah, I know.
All right, so the three of you, assuming you're going with them, Knobolas, so the three of you walk back towards the back of the ship, and the door to the dragon's, sorry, what did I call it? The dragon's breath balcony is open. And you go out and you see, as you walk out, you see that you are basically on the back of the ship. And this balcony is looking out over just the ether. Like there's miles and miles and miles of just nothing except sky. And this is actually a pretty beautiful place. Now, there's a bit of magic going on the ship to the point where it's not just all wind and you can absolutely stay out here and be comfortable. It's almost as if you're surrounded by glass without glass. It's like a force field of sorts. So Ragnar he's kind of standing in front of you, and Alessio is standing by his side. And sorry, let me just switch these guys. There we go. All right, so Ragnar starts saying, like, look, you guys need to be honest with me. If something is happening, I need to know about it. We all just went through something. A lot could be forgiven, but I have to know.
I feel that we are not the ones to ask for forgiveness.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're accusing your wife of something that you are, dare I say, seemingly guilty of yourself?
Oh, damn, he's spilling the tea.
Why don't you make a why don't you make another straight charisma roll? I'm not quite sure what I want to call this, so we'll go charisma.
Charisma.
Oh, no. Knobolas is risky whiskey.
Oh, shit. Temerity? Is this like a audacity check?
Yes.
By the way, if you want to risky whiskey,
I like that shirt. It came out so good. Yeah.
if you want to get that, you can go to, where can they find it, Bill?
The Teespring link is in the description.
Boom.
Awesome.
Yes, let's try that again.
Risky whiskey.
Whiskey.
Better.
Okay, 20.
A 20. All right. So Ragnar seems taken aback. He says, "You've made a bold claim. Do you have any proof of what you say?" And you see Alicia, she starts kind of heading back towards where you guys came in, and you see her close the door to the inside of the ship. You guys are fully alone out here now. And Alicia says, "Yes, Knobolas, do you have any sort of evidence of what you're claiming?"
Then she goes inside. That's kind of weird.
No, she didn't go inside. Sorry, she closed the door. So you guys are alone now.
She made sure nobody else could.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, now I'm like, I don't. Fuck. I called drama. I already called drama.
Isn't there a letter?
You already spilled the tea. Don't clean it up now.
The letter, but I don't know if I should pull it out.
Am I the drama?
Fuck it. Yeah. I'm not going to pull it out yet. I'm just going to say, do you remember a certain letter you may have written to a certain person at the, what do we call it? The
come right in.
Come right in?
You see, that one definitely, he knows that you know now. And he says, any letters could be impersonated. There's no proof that you know anything.
I'd like to walk a little towards him, kind of feel like, he's half my size, right? I'd like to kind of move him, push him back a little. Not push him back physically, but intimidate him. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly
so
like that, yeah.
I would say, given the charisma rolls that you've made so far and everything, like he's gonna back up a little. He's on the fence a little bit as far as this conversation goes. Alicia is gonna continue to just stand there and watch this unfold.
Well, my goal honestly is to create some distance between them because I fear that he might do something like I don't know. I don't trust him.
Sure. All right. So are you showing the letter? Are you talking? What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it out and be like, this may be familiar to you, but I'm gonna hold it far enough back so he can't snatch it from me.
Sure.
Or over his head, because he's short.
I was gonna say, just hold it up.
Yeah.
Bro.
As you hold it up, what you don't see is Alicia come behind you and grab it from you.
Oh,
What is she on?
She reads
She's standing
this
on a
letter.
box?
Well, no, but she's like behind. You know, you just didn't see it coming. Whatever. She jumps. She grabs the letter from you.
Okay.
We're you guys are playing elves and dwarves. Like just things. Whatever. Use your imagination here. All right. So she comes up behind. She grabs the letter and she starts reading it, and she says, "Zephwin Rosespell, that's who you left me for." And she gets in his face. And she starts just yelling and lambasting him a bit, and he is literally up against the edge of this thing.
Zephwin, come on.
Is there
Ew.
anything else you want to do?
She just sounds gross.
Is
she from another clan?
So
I'm just
she's the
making sure
halfling that was referenced in the letter. So she's
Oh, right.
she is definitely
not
like
even
she is who he was having an affair with.
Knobolas is going to take a step back, but he's going to keep an eye and make sure he doesn't put his hands on her.
Sure. So what you see, Knobolas, is you see Alicia's eyes glow purple. And around her circles this magical energy up from the floor beneath her. And she starts just, it's like surrounding her, it's like almost like Super Saiyan, right? And you see her, she reaches her hand out and she grabs Ragnar by the chest.
Cojones.
And she grabs him with her other hand and she grabs his chest and then she pushes him with her other hand. And he tumbles backwards off of the skyship.
Oh.
And then you see him plummet off of the skyship. And she looks
I
at
hope
you.
he had his balls.
She looks at you, Knobolas, and you see the balls is in her hand. And she looks at you and she says, I guess he didn't have the balls to fess up to what he needed, what he did.
Oh, damn!
And then,
Have you been setting up this pun this whole time?
I was
Absolutely not.
right!
Absolutely
She
not.
grabbed his cojones!
And
I was right.
you see her, she tosses it over her shoulder off of the skyship, and she walks back inside. And leaves you out there on the
shit.
balcony.
Damn, that escalated quickly.
Well then,
Oh, shit.
I'm just gonna follow her back inside. Like, I don't want to be stuck out here. I'm going back in.
All right. So we're gonna while you guys are doing all of this, we're gonna go back inside. You guys don't know what's going on, but Magnus.
Me and Agnomeio are just chowing down on bacon. Like,
I don't have a care in the world. I didn't murder any kings.
So as you guys are chowing down on bacon and wondering what Knobolas is up to, although you've experienced some of what Knobolas has been up to, and you know probably better to just leave him to it. You hear what you would imagine, like it's like an alarm. It's not like a horn of sorts. And you see Magnus, he kind of reacts and he says, apparently we have some guests. I hope this has nothing to do with you guys. And he says, follow me up to the top deck. So you guys all head up to the top deck.
Before we do,
Please do.
library.
Yeah.
I want to take my cape and I want to put it over little Grizz. I want to- like a little blanket.
Oh, yes.
And then I'm gonna take out a tiny version of my hat. I'm gonna put it on his little head.
Little Grizz, he kind of rolls over onto his side, and you know the hat stays on, but he's nice and cozy now. So
Yeah.
So Knobolas, I'm gonna leave you out of this situation at the moment. In fact, when you do come back, everybody's basically gonna have been gone. But you would have heard the alarm. Let me just finish setting this stuff up. So I wasn't sure who was gonna be up here when we all came. So okay.
Knobolas needs a potty break after all that.
I mean, TaLin's wiping a tear away over the like cape on Lil G kind of thing. Like, that was fucking adorable.
All right.
Oh no, this is bad.
So you guys are up on the top deck of the Jewel in the Mountains crown, and
Barnacles?
Barnacles? No. So those items sticking out of the side of the ship, those are those plants, the blue and orange plants that help to control the levitation of the ship. There are these two wings, like the sails coming out of the side of the ship, which kind of just help with catching drafts and putting a little bit less stress on the plants. What you also see is TaLin Windrider, which is the Aarakocra, the bird person that had helped you out on the tram. And he is up at the helm, and he's kind of, he's steering, and he says, Captain, I forget what I used for his voice. I think it was a weird one. I'll have to go back and look, but I'm just going to retcon whatever it was. But he says, Captain, Griffin riders off the port side. And Magnus gets a smile on his face. He says, oh, phew. Well, that's good to hear. I was a little worried it was going to be something, some undead come to, try to drown you again, Alessio. And you see
happen a lot.
You see these 4 dragonborn Griffin riders come and land on the deck. And let's see. They get off of their griffins and they walk over to Magnus. And the captain, he is a gold dragonborn. So his scales are actually gold colored, and you would know, just being a person in this world, typically metallic colored dragons tend to lean more on like a lawful good side, whereas chromatic could be a little bit more evil. However, dragonborn can kind of choose their own path. But it's rare to see a gold dragonborn at all. They are very uncommon. He walks up, he starts talking to Magnus, and he shakes his hand and he says, Magnus, what's going on with Erngor Zuek? We saw the smoke, and then we saw you leave. Is everything okay? And Magnus, of course, tells him everything that had just happened in Erngor Zuek. And this does not sit well with the captain here. And his name's Captain Valor Thunderwing. And he says, what would you like us to do? Do you want us to circle around, try to help survivors? Do you want us to, rush ahead, go to talk to Erngor Kazork, let them know you're coming? What would you like us to do? And this is where I'm actually going to hand it to you guys to tell me what you'd like these Griffin Riders to do to try to help out this ship or situation. They'll also go for... Go ahead.
How fast can they get to our destination, Kazord?
So they can go quite a bit faster than you guys can, if they ride through the night, which they certainly would, given the urgency. So they could probably make it in about a day and a half.
Oh yeah, you guys should go get back for sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking though it would be great to send them back to Zuak to help whatever survivors might be making it to the surface or whatever, it'd be greater help to tell Kazord sooner so that Kazord can make plans and send out whatever help sooner. Or also, I have follow-up questions, of course, about whether Kazord's ever had a history with the Underdark and should be warned that the Underdark is rising and that they might need to be preparing for something.
Roll a history check just to see what you know. You could also ask, but roll a history check just to see what you know.
Underdark Rising is the name of my emo core band.
Yes. Okay, I'm doing it by real dice.
Yep.
Because that's more fun. 14 plus 5, 19.
19.
So
Erngor Kazord does not have a passage to the Underdark below it. The last time that you were there, that's actually where, I believe that's where you caught the skyship the first time. And you spent a little bit of time learning about the history of the location.
So I would know that.
Yes, you would.
Okay, cool. So I know that they don't need to be worried, but that they could send help to Zuek.
Correct. Yep.
That would be my suggestion, is send them straight there and try to stop this as quickly as possible. I don't know what others think.
You guys are a team. Make a decision and let me know what you want.
I don't know. Is you think it's too far gone already than to waste their time going back?
It's a whole city, though, with multiple clans. Some of these clans have magic and stuff. They've probably got areas to hole up that, they might be able to, like bunkers kind of thing or something to hide people.
Yeah.
I think it's worth that Kazord would want to send troops or whatever to help.
Oh,
yeah, I'm asking, what's his name?
Sorry, the captain.
Magnus.
Or Magnus.
Yeah, Magnus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry,
yeah,
his
Magnus
name should be showing. My mistake.
Yeah. Magnus, do you think, given the time that's passed and what you saw, will there be, survivors that are going to still need help? Because if that's the case, then send them right away.
Sorry, is that a question or?
Yeah, question.
Okay. He said, as you guys were leaving, you did see a number of people kind of running out of the front of Erngor Zuek. There is definitely survivors. There was also definitely a lot of people who were probably trapped inside of the mountain. Everything was on fire. There were buildings falling. Whether they survived for 10 minutes or several days collapsed under rubble, it's definitely a possibility. So anything that you guys do will have an effect.
But it's also only 4 riders, right?
Yeah, no, there's...
Can we ask...
They're not going to be able to fight the whole army.
Right. Can we ask the Griffin riders, do they have more help? Yeah, Yeah, right? Like, do they have others that they could recruit and send somebody back to Kazord with a message about sending troops to actually, like, fight the Underdark, and then go to Zuak and just help whatever, not to fight the Underdark, but just to help get whatever survivors out?
Sure.
Kind of thing.
So they respond. They say that
both.
they could divide up into 2 separate groups, but that weakens them if there's any sort of trouble on the way. So mechanically, I will be rolling dice to see whether they make it there safely or not. If there's 4 of them, there's a higher chance that they will. So if you decide to divide them, chances are less for both situations.
Yeah, I say just go help. Just go help the main. Let's go help the main survivors that are left.
You guys tell me what you want to do.
I want to send a message to Kazord.
You could also do that. So as of yesterday, actually, I'd have to double check. I don't believe anybody has the message spell.
I was just about to look that up. I'm like, wait, isn't that a thing?
There's one person, and let me just double check, because if she does, then that would be something that we could just pretend that you knew.
Seraphina?
She does. So Seraphina does not have the message spell.
Damn it.
Which she probably should, but she doesn't. So let's go play it that way. Yep.
Can Neil Perch Diamond, whatever his name is?
So Neil Perch could travel the distance, but would not be under control by Alessio, because it's only like up to 120 feet that Alessio has control over him.
Okay. So he won't be able to deliver an actual message.
Well,
I don't know. Should we split the team?
No, I think we let them know when we get there. Let them go help the survivors as much as they can. Okay. I don't want to split up split them up because they're more powerful as a unit.
Okay. Brother and Rapier has spoken. Go.
We'll do that.
All right. So Griffin Rider, Valor Thunderwing, he says, all right, we'll head back to Erngor Zuak. We'll try to land. We'll try to help the survivors any way we can. As we're heading over there, we'll see if we can recruit anybody else who might just be happen to fly a patrol, and see if we can, increase our forces. We'll do what we can. All right. And the 4 of them, take off and fly back towards Erngor Zuak.
May the opposite of Helix be with you.
Earls be with you.
The odds be ever in your favor.
Sorry, I know Knobolas stepped away for a minute. I don't know if he is there, but that's okay. I'll give him a minute. Perfect.
I'm here. I just wasn't there, so I was.
No, that's perfect. Before I have you just appear at the top of the stairs, I figured it makes sense to ask you if you are trying to find the rest of the group, or if there's anything else that you're gonna do now that you've just witnessed what you witnessed.
What's up? Where's his wife? Where did she go?
So she, the wife, she walked back in, and she
She's eating bacon.
She actually went downstairs, down to the atrium.
I'm just gonna go upstairs and pretend, you know what, I didn't see anything.
Sure. Okay. All right. So Knobolas comes upstairs, and you have no idea what just happened with these Griffin Riders.
So I asked Magnus, is there anything we can do to make this ship go faster to help us get the word to Kazord?
He says the only way that we could go faster is to cross through the diminished peaks. That'll easily cut a day off of our trip, possibly more if we get a favorable wind.
Oh, yeah, you're the dwarf, dude. So that's up to you. That's your beeps.
I want to fight a dragon.
I don't want to fight Fireclaw. The ancient red dragon. That sounds bad.
Punch him in the eye.
Bad juju for us level 10s.
So Magnus says, I don't have much desire, but this ship, the crew, I'm the captain, but we make choices together. I could certainly consult the rest of the people if that's the way that you think we should go.
You're the captain, dude. Lead your people.
He certainly will.
I don't know. Gather them up and ask.
They're Democrats.
He could be.
I'm a wee halfling.
So the captain could be influenced by the adventurers if he thinks that you guys could protect him from Fireclaw. That's the choice.
Oh.
Could
So
I don't
if
know
it's
if we
like-
can.
So hold on one
That's
second. Knobolas. So basically,
Sorry.
what this becomes is if you guys want to try to shave a day off of your thing, you could try to convince him he does not need to worry about Fireclaw because you're such great adventurers. That's,
we are.
That's what he's trying. Like, you're completely right. He's the captain. He'll say like, "Screw you, we're going around because I'm not risking my ship and my crew," unless you guys convince him otherwise. So this is where it's your choice.
Yeah.
Unless he's feeling very... Okay, Stormtrooper soldiers, group up. Huddle.
Sure.
What do we think? Should we
Magnus-
try to
Magnus
shave off a
awkwardly
day?
walks like 10 feet away. So.
Yeah.
This is my own ship, and they're just like, fine. I guess I'm
We're
not
like-
welcome here. That's fine.
I was gonna ask him about his little star soldier that had the little drawings in my little bedroom, but I'll leave it to you.
Roland?
Yeah, Roland.
Rolling down the
Yeah,
river.
we could talk about that. We could talk about him in a minute.
Roland.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't know how powerful this dragon is, though, guy. What if they're way beyond level 10?
I know, I would have helped the dwarves a lot. True. We do know a little bit about being lizards, but
Who? Let's see. How about this, Agnomeio? I believe you have the best Arcana, and I'm gonna just associate that with dragons. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Sure thing.
do barrel.
21.
21. All right. So with a 21, an ancient red dragon. Just for you're a good fighter too, so you understand tactics and strength. If Vutha was, let's just say like an 8, an ancient red dragon would be like a 25.
So we'll go the long way, sorry, dwarves.
Wait, but I don't
those
have
terms
to
of being
tell them that, right?
You don't. No, not at all. This is a thing that you know.
Oh, we got it, guys.
Oh
Come on.
wow.
I also have a high arcana. I feel like TaLin would know.
So
I'm just saying.
are you actually
Or an
saying that?
insight
Just-
check on Agnomeio.
I'm just making sure because
Yeah.
something's gonna happen if you you were trying to convince him, right, Ed? Like
Yeah.
you said what you said. All right.
We must rush to save these people.
So as you say this, the sword at your hip, Pyroxis, you feel the scabbard start to glow with warmth, and you kind of look down and you hear a voice in your head. He's like, yes, this is what I crave.
See, the sword agrees with me.
No, I don't listen to swords.
Here.
TaLin's like, I do not listen to inanimate objects.
You don't hear any of this. You don't hear
Every-
Pyroxis.
Well, I tell them that the sword agrees with me.
So I was gonna say, is he
Obviously.
just being like, see, the sword agrees, and we're all just like staring.
We're like, so that's a -10 to your persuasion.
Listen, me and the sword are on the same page here. All right. Me and the
Yeah.
sword want to go stab a dragon. That's all I'm saying.
TaLin is very torn because TaLin really, really wants to help the dwarves. She's really worried about this whole Underdark thing, but also logically, does it make sense to very likely risk our death by this dragon, which only reduces our chances of helping the dwarves? Like, our odds are better. Like, it delays us a day, but our odds are better of getting
All
to
right, guys. First of all,
Kazord to let them
you
know.
guys, I don't even see why this is discussion. You know that dragon is like a level
It's
35
gonna kick our butts.
that has
Yeah.
35 random attacks at once. Well, so first he's gonna claw you, then he's gonna breathe fire dragon on you, then he's gonna hit you,
Now
with
his other claw.
then he's gonna hit
now
you
his
with
tongue.
his wing, with his wing, then he's gonna slap you with his tail, and then he's gonna eat you. and that's one turn. I'm
Is the
just
bitch
saying,
slap a move? Like, that should be.
we are gonna get
I hope that's a
freaking
move.
Will Smith by that dragon. I'm just telling you.
If anyone's gonna bitch slap, it's gonna be Booker.
I
Wait, you're gonna bitch slap Booker?
No.
I was about to say.
No,
right.
listen, not
So-
just pretend y'all didn't
So
see your
the only thing I worry about is that if we don't go over the mountains, will that dragon venture out towards us anyway, no matter what we do?
See?
No, now we're
See?
going the regular route. No, we're going the regular route. Like, if we're going the regular route, we should be pretty fine.
But On the other hand, if the dragon expects us to go the other route, it will come
Oh,
and attack us.
carajo. No, that's not how this works.
We should
That's
go
not how this works.
over the mountains where the dragon
Agnomeio,
is.
you had
which
too much
won't
bacon. Too much bacon. Too much bacon. The vote. Okay, vote. We
Agnomeio,
go the
Agnomeio.
normal route.
Agnomeo's feeling
What
very
are you
brave
doing,
today.
Knobolas? Knobolas is out walking on top of the wing.
I know. What was that called back in the 20s when they used to dance on the plane wings?
Yeah. Hey, Knobolas.
Barnstorming?
Knobolas, I'd like you to roll me a
acrobatics
check, please.
Listen,
Oh,
I didn't know
no.
it was gonna
Do
let
it.
me walk
Do
out
it.
there.
Do it. Roll me acrobatics, please.
Oh, and he's already whiskey
There's
tonight.
someone on
I'm already risking. Bill just wants to freaking kill me. Let's see what happens.
Just trust me. What are you rolling?
Oh no.
Oh no!
So Knobolas, as you are wandering over to the wing and walking out on it for whatever reason, you're
Bill, you didn't set the boundaries. You didn't limit that. I was like, oops.
yes,
I'm supposed to be over here.
and had you walked one square off, I wouldn't have said anything. You walked like 7. Don't try to give me boundaries here.
He's still figuring out
hold on,
click and
hold on,
drag. Okay.
Hold on. All right. So Knobolas, you walk several dozen feet out onto the wing. Everybody kind of watching you, and you feel your feet slip, and you start to fall, and suddenly you are plummeting off of the ship.
Oh, God.
Holy shit.
30, 50,
Balls,
100 feet.
balls.
Oh,
Balls.
jeez.
And what you feel is an Aarakocra diving down, catching you, screaming in your ear as he holds you, and then flying back up to the deck, telling you, hey, you better never do that again.
Sorry, I
This,
just thought I. No,
this-
hold on.
Knobolas is so turned on
So,
right now.
so hold on. This Aarakocra here, the TaLin Windrider, he is the first mate here. But being an Aarakocra, his other job is to try to catch people that he sees fall, just in case.
Oh.
So, you know,
guy.
it just so happens that because you were on the top deck, you got caught.
Oh, I was gonna mention like, oh, sorry, I was looking over and I thought I saw something that looked like someone was falling, but I guess I leaned too far over and fell myself. Silly me.
All right, I'm going to give you a persuasion check with advantage, because nobody would think that you'd be lying in this moment. And I love where you're going with this. A 16. I'll keep that in mind. Okay, so you're out of breath. That was terrifying. And TaLin is yelling, he's like, you get 1. You only get 1. All right, and he goes back up to the helm, and he's just, doing the skyship. Magnus at this point comes over. He says, all right. Enough of this, whatever the hell that is. What are we doing? Can you guys handle Fireclaw? Like, should we go?
No, we're going the long route.
Wait, did we
Long
actually
route.
vote? Did we actually vote?
No, we're going the long route actually.
Okay, but all right.
I need time to read all the books in the library.
Peaks, though? Peaks, come on, Peaks. Nobody? Oh, all right. Well, screw you. I'm going to go jump on some tables.
You jump on tables.
Right. Agnomeio,
I heard there's
rush...
a
Go ahead.
box of books somewhere.
There is. All right. Well, so let's do this. So you guys have decided that you will now take the long way around. So we're going to head over to the map of Dimidium here so we can trace our route, and I'll show you where you're going. So you started here. Whoops, that's not drawing properly. Hold on. You started here. Nope. Why is that? Sucks. All right, you started there. You are... Come on, this is free draw, right? Yeah, okay. All right, you are going to be heading this direction and then coming around here. This is the best way to do it. Just, even if it doesn't look the straightest, this is the most direct route as a skyship. This trek will take you 3.5 days. Do not write... Okay, good. No, that's an E. No.
Who's doing that? Can we do that?
Do you really have to ask who's doing that? The one that's quiet
No, I'm
and
just
smiling
like,
at
we
himself.
We can do that?
Yes. All right, so I'll show you guys that later. All right, so anyway, this will take you about 3.5 days. During this 3.5 days, when we return next week, we will be talking about some of the things you guys are doing in your downtime, as well as whatever somebody's going to notice that Ragnar's gone, and we will resolve that situation next week. But for the moment, as you guys are on the Jewel in the Mountain Crown, you are heading to the north, and you are avoiding the diminished peaks, and we will see how this affects the outcome of the story. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on Dungeons and Drams. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I like that better than, hold on. We're not there. We'll do that. There we go. Subscribe. All right.
Beautiful.
That's perfect. Thank you for interrupting me. All right, everybody, thank you very much for joining us here on Dungeons and Drams. Thank you all for playing tonight. This was a fun one, and no combat tonight, so it was good. Nobody had to die, except for Ragnar, apparently. So, all right, everybody, have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.